Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire challenge on Ohio Richlands. You joined me extremely early in the morning in March. It is almost 7 a.m. I have done a few things this morning that I want to just get taken care of that we've been trying to do for the last couple episodes and have not done so to date. We went back and got the 3 bags of seed that we still had at the store. We needed to bring those back because we now have the ability to just buy it here, so we want to go ahead and utilize stuff that we've already paid for. So I got the skid steer and went and picked those up and brought them back. We also got our roller back here. So the roller's here ready to go because we're going to need that today. And finally, I have spent a little bit of money, as you can see. We're down to 24,186. We were in the 30s. Well, around 30, I think. Maybe a little bit more than that. And at the end of the last episode. And the reason for that is because I have purchased a plow. I said I wanted to expand this field and basically get rid of this track here because we don't own that land there. So there's really no reason for this track to be here since we own it now. And this will be able to expand our field a little bit. It also will allow us, as I've mentioned in our field we bought way back there, expanding that field to that one back there eventually at some point. So we need to get this plowed up so we have one full big field here. I already did the first pass there, as you can see. So this shouldn't take us too long to do. It should just be 2 passes basically and we're done here. And then this will be one full field. We'll have to get this drilled today. I'm not sure what I want to drill in there at current. We'll take a look at the prices. Ideally, we try to get something that's best to sell, 5-6 months from now. But we'll see. It just depends on, what we're going to plant as well. I know a number of you have mentioned a few ideas in the comments. This is probably a couple episodes now since this has occurred, but specifically, a number of people said, why don't you just mow some of the grass and make it into silage? And we can do that. And we probably will do some of that. But the biggest problem with that is not all of this grass can really be mowed. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute when we get back to our main farm here. There is a section, well, you can kind of see it from here. It's just like fake grass, like it's meant to look like grass that's constantly being mowed. So we could go into the land manipulation stuff and actually put down some grass where to grow some, my grass field basically, crappy grass, or we could actually plow it up and turn it into grass, which isn't also a pretty good idea, I think. So I had mentioned, potentially putting like a mini farmer's market there, right there. Somebody had mentioned maybe buying plot 3, which is right here, which has a few barns on it, and it has a potential where you could put that in the front. That's another good idea. So it's something we will think about and consider as we continue on here. But that is the field done there, so it is all combined into one big field for us now. So we'll go put this back away. I'm going to make sure I have... I think I did. Yes, I turned it off. Good. I want to make sure that I don't have allow create fields on. I don't want to create a field over here and have to spend money painting it back to look like our yard. So I utilize this same plow in the 200 horsepower challenge now, but it's a good plow, so I'm just going to utilize it again. Now we have those silage bales to sell today. That should get us a pretty penny, probably in the $20,000 range. I don't think they're ready yet. We'll go take a look at them, but I don't believe they're ready yet. Let's go take a peek here. Yeah, 88%. So maybe by the time we're done harvesting our field back there and drilling this field, maybe they'll be ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get the trailer out here. I'm going to pull this back to the back here. Get it prepped. Excuse me, gang. My cough has kind of come back a little bit, so I apologize if you hear me cough every once in a while. The weather's been going up and down a lot here in Ohio as of late. It'll be 60, 70 degrees, and the next day it's 20. So it's that time of the year where it's just really easy to get sick and hard to prevent yourself from getting sick, I guess I should say. I guess we're going to drive in the water here. This is part of the problem here. I don't want to kill that crop. We've got all these trees. So this is something else we need to do. Probably get rid of all of these trees as much as we can. But yeah. Oop, there we go. See, there we go. Prime example. That tree, even though it doesn't look like it, it's sticking out further than, well, the hit detection, I guess, is sticking out further than what it appears. So my idea here, gang, when, I don't know if it'll be today, because we've got crop in here, but maybe when this crop is harvested, potentially, I would like to combine this field and this field. Now, the problem is, we can combine it right here, as you see, if you're looking at my cursor. We can combine it right here and make it kind of an awkward thing. We could combine it here as well. These trees are going to be in the way if we wanted to make it one full connection of a field, which I kind of want to do. But I don't know. I just don't know yet. I mean, if we get rid of these trees, the problem is we have to get a stump grinder. Stump grinders are not cheap. They're very expensive. So I just don't know for sure if that is something I want to partake in yet. So we may make it just an awkward shaped field where we connect this. This is a pretty big connection right here. If we connect this together with this one, I think we could do it. We'd have to probably do this whole field for the most part without putting on a worker, but I think we could do it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I just wanted to kind of talk you through where my head's at. So let's get the harvester back here. Now the harvester, it's going to be a problem, I think. Because this header is going to get in the way. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this. I got to think about it for a minute. Do we need to buy a header trailer? Should I just take the bales off of that and stick it on top of the trailer there and carry it back that way? Now, if we did it that way, it has a potential that it could fall off and damage the header because there's no straps on that, because that's just an auto-load trailer. Let's just drive it back here and let's just see. Let's see what we can do. We can drive in this field, even though it is our neighbor's field. It actually says that somebody owns it and everything, but as far as the map goes, it's not a field we can buy. See? You can see it's actually a field, but it won't let you buy it. There's no way to buy it. So I think we just kind of utilize it, even though it's slightly unrealistic. One other thing I'd like to do today, I want to buy this little field down here. It's only 43,000. We're almost there as it is. When we do this harvest and we sow those silage bales, we should easily be able to get there. It's a small field. It's a grass field. So we can get a mower and mow it, and then there's some of this grass, like you can see, there's some of it we can mow, but not all of it. So we could do that and then utilize mowing some of this other grass and make some more silage bales. That's really how I think we're going to succeed when we have the slow portions, I should say, slow parts. Yeah, we were able to make it back here this way. So I guess unrealistic, but I guess it'll work for the time being. So this shouldn't take us long at all, gang. Should be real quick. It's not a very big field, but it will make us some money, and we'll be able to get some more straw silage bales out of it. that is the field done and harvested here, gang. I believe the field right next to us here is going to be ready in the next episode or maybe the following one, so I don't think we will drill this field today. We'll probably pick up the straw, turn it into silage bales, absolutely, but I don't think we're going to be... I think this one's going to be ready next month, I think. Sorghum's a quick-growing crop, and I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it'll be ready next month. If it's not the next month, it'll be the following month. It does certainly look like next month, though. That's a pretty dark green. So I would expect it to be ready next month. So because of that, I'm going to not drill this field, and then in the next episode we can try to combine these fields. Regardless if we remove these trees or if we just do what I talked about at the beginning, right? Just taking that portion there and maybe this little section here and turning it into part of the crop field. Because that way, we don't have to worry about doing a little bit of the unrealistic driving in here. Having said that, we have the unrealistic sell everything container, but you get what I mean. We can at least drive on our own land down across the bridge over here. We just did a wheelie. So let's get this harvester back here. We got a decent amount, I think, out of that little tiny field, so definitely worth it. We probably will pay for the field or get close to paying for the field price. With selling that and then also selling the straw bales as silage. Alright, harvester's back in its home. I just got to get our trailer load back here. Now, I don't know when the best time to sell barley is. December, so March is pretty much as bad as it can get, but it's really not that bad if you look at the price. 1941 is the average max. December, January, it's 1682, and it's going up, which is a little surprising. I wasn't expecting it to be going up right now, but it is. So I think maybe we keep, well, it just went down. It was 1683, now it's 1682. Maybe we need to just keep an eye on it for right now. We'll take this back here. We'll let it sit outside. It's not going to rain or anything today, so it should be fine to sit outside for most of the day. And we'll just kind of keep an eye on... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We'll just keep an eye on the prices here, and if it continues to drop, even though it says it's going up, we need to go sell it pretty quickly. Now, we talked about in the last episode putting down some kind of gas station. We haven't done that yet, so we need to spend some money on that, so that's another expense we're going to have to spend. I will figure that out today, where we're going to put that. We're going to need it. You can see our tractor here is running dangerously low. Not in the red yet or anything, but it will be there probably by the end of the episode, if it's not before it. So I think we'll go get the baler. We'll bale up all that stuff, and then we'll move to drilling that field over there and doing all the stuff we need to do for that. But before, let's see how the bales are doing. 92%. Yeah, they're definitely going to be ready to sell by the time we get done with all these other objectives we have to complete today. Did I shut this back? Maybe I did shut it back. I don't remember shutting it. I must have. I must have. Alright, so let's pull this out for a second. Stick it over here because we're going to need it anyway. Need to get in our case here. Get it out of the way. It's kind of in the way. Case is what's going to be drilling the field anyway, so... Now, I need to look out in the used sale market as well. I don't know if there's anything out there specifically for us, but if there is, we might want to consider buying something from there as well. We have a little bit of straw left in here, so that's good. Get us a few more bales, hopefully. So we'll keep an eye on this. 1683, it is going up again now. 1667, so I mean it's going up. It's only a couple bucks, but it is going up. So we'll keep an eye on it as we do all of these straw bales. And we'll see if it's still going up. At that point, we'll start drilling the field. We'll get the field drilled and see where we're at then. But hopefully... Hopefully it'll keep going up, and hopefully it goes up a lot more than just a few bucks. I mean, I'm not going to complain about a few bucks, but a few more dollars than that, that would be very, very helpful for us. So I'll do a few of these real quick here, gang, and then we'll just do a jump cut. I don't want to do a bunch of time lapses. I'm trying the best I can based off discussion with you all and really my personal preference. I've mentioned this many times before. I'm trying to keep the videos about an hour or less. Any more than that, I think it's just too much. Truly, I do. So if I can get them to, realistically, ideally 45 minutes is really where I'd like to be. That's kind of the sweet spot, I think. That'd be great. I don't think we're going to get that in most of the series at this point, because most of the series now have a lot of things going on. So if I was to do that, I would have to just edit a lot of that out, which I guess is fine. Maybe I will start doing that, but I like to at least show you a little bit of what I'm doing instead of just... jump cutting everything and saying, I already did this, I did this, and did this. But we'll see. We'll just see how things go. And where the time is. I just missed a couple of sections there. I mean, it's not much, but might as well pick it up. This one I'm going to have to back up a couple of times. There's a lot. That was that invisible wall that I hit there that caused some issues, some mayhem, if you will. Alright, I think we got it all. Yep, perfect. Alright, so I don't know how many we're going to get here. I mean, we've already got 2. This is going to be 3. Ooh. This is going to be 3 here. Probably 8. I'm going to say 8. It's probably way too many. Or maybe it's way too little. I don't know. I'm going to say 8. Be back with you guys when we're all done. Alright, getting nearly done here. Last little pass here. I think we're going to get 8 exactly. Well, yeah. 8 exactly, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 exactly. Because we're not going to be able to fill up another bale here. So this is going to stay in through the fence. So 8 exactly. I guessed it on the money, which I never do that. I'm always way off. Way off. I'm finally starting to learn the game. So we'll get this done real quick. We'll go take a look at the price of the barley again. Make sure it's still going up. We'll get all the stuff ready to go across the street to our field over there. Start drilling it. We got to figure out what we want to put in there. And so it is finally starting to go down. 1682, it's going down, so we need to go sell it now. It's the highest we're going to get for quite a while. I could leave it in there, but again, I wanted to buy a few things, specifically that grass field, and we need to buy a mower for it, because that's more silage bales, and silage bales are going to make us a lot of money. That's how we're going to be able to continue to buy more land, and you can see, well, you know already, how expensive the land is. So even though it's a small little plot of land, it is going to be an extra income for us, and it should be pretty good money. So we'll put this away really quick, and then we will go sell the barley. What I will probably do before we go sell it, though, is I'll probably put a worker on the seed drill and at least get that going, get it underway, right? Zoom way in here because those wood beams tend to mess with the camera a lot. Oh boy. My ever so amazing backing in skill is coming out right now. There we go. There we go. We got it under control. So the field we buy, the grass field we buy, that windrower is going to take care of it in a second, basically. So, all right, let's get this thing filled up. I don't know what we want to put in there, though. We need to figure that out, too, as far as what crop to put in that field or across this way. It's actually a relatively decent-sized field now that we've combined that up. Perfect. Didn't have to spend any money on seeds. I love doing that. That's fantastic for us. So let's get this over here. It is March, so April, May, June, July, August, September-ish. September, October-ish. Looks like canola. November's the best time, so it looks like canola. I think canola is a very long-growing crop, though. I don't really know my crops very well. I've mentioned that before. Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, I was talking about the grass. So you can see this grass here. I certainly can mow this grass if I can get around the trees and everything. But this grass here, it just stays like this. I mean, we could try to mow it, but I don't think anything is going to come up of this. It's already kind of looks like it's cut. You see what I mean? See the difference between this and this? So I don't know. I can mow down here, I guess, in the valley right here. But most of this grass is all like this. Which, I mean, there's little chunks, I guess, that maybe we could get to mow. But I don't think any of this would actually mow up as grass. But if we do end up buying that grass field across the way there, we can certainly, you know, give it a shot, trial and error, and see what happens. But I just don't expect that we're really going to get a whole lot of grass out of that. So better turn the beacon on for a few seconds. There's a car coming. Let's go ahead and unload this. What I might do is just send him going, or her going, well, I don't know which way we're looking at as far as east-west. I guess east and west. We'll go west to east, whatever. So we'll put canola in. Go ahead and drop it down, turn it on. And we should be working. And we are. Perfect. So we'll throw this on a worker. It's not going to be perfect by any means. Not even a little bit. He's going to miss parts. But we can touch it up when we get back. So we'll sell that. We also have to get the spraying going for most of this field. We got to fertilize it because that drill does not have any fertilizer in it. It's not a fertilizing field. So here we go. He's already turned around. So we're going to have to do a little work, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. So let's go get this stuff sold real quick. Alright, we'll see you at the shop. Alright, we're pulling up here to the shop here, gang. Let's drop down a little bit, but that's alright. $6.79. Still a pretty decent price. We should get paid a decent amount here. Should get a good chunk of the money we spent on that field back. 25,000 bucks. Yep. We got 1/3 of it back, basically. Worth it. All right, we're at 49,179. So let's get this back to the farm. We'll take a look at the silage bales and see if they're ready or not. If they are, we'll probably sell them. Silage bales we can only sell at our selling container. There's no selling point on the map for silage, which is a little weird, I think. But regardless, there's none. So We'll utilize that, and then I think the silage doesn't really fluctuate too much. I think it's pretty... $5.29, yeah, it's about 120 bucks of fluctuation, but right now it's $5.29. Pretty good price, honestly. And it's going to be dropping, and it's not going to go back up for a while, so really need to sell that. When we get back then as well, we'll probably put a gas station down somewhere, or gas pump, or whatever we can utilize to fill up our equipment with gas. Pulling back over to the farm, so the worker is doing about as good of a job as you would expect, which is not that good. It's kind of all over the place, but that's all right. We'll get it touched up. We'll get it fixed. It shouldn't be a problem. All right, we can turn the beacons off. Go ahead and back this trailer in, and we'll take a look at the silage bales. So next month, we're going to have a lot of things to do, so we may not end up buying the grass field today. The more I think about it, we could buy it today, but we wouldn't actually probably mow it today. The episode's going to be long enough without having to mow it today, even though we probably could utilize the money today if we did it, but that would, again, cut into a very long episode. And next month, it seems like 2 fields are going to be ready to harvest. So we may not end up buying it in this episode. We may wait and see how much money we get, because if we get some more money, we could buy something else and then buy that, later on when we need to, because that's going to be a really inexpensive field. All right, 94, 97. We're almost there, but we're not quite there yet, gang. So we need to do a little bit more work. So we need to fertilize, and we need to spray, and we need to roll. So it's a lot of things to do. The problem with that drill is it can't do fertilizer at the same time. I mean, I would love it for it to be able to do that, but it just can't. So that's a lot of work to do in one episode, but we're going to get it done. We will get it done. Oh, I probably need to put some herbicide in here, don't I? Duh. Look before you start driving away, Z. Don't drive too far either. Nope. I thought that might be an issue. I thought it might. Putting them too close to each other, it might pick up the one you don't want it to pick up. And it has done that. We do have some liquid fertilizer, I guess we should probably utilize. But I figured we'll probably, have some kind of greenhouse at some point. Probably a hydroponic greenhouse, because that thing is amazing. And we put some of that in there. So that's kind of the reason why I really haven't touched it for a while. And because we have the solid fertilizer and it's cheaper. But, I mean, when we need the money, we have that liquid fertilizer there, I guess, to save us a little bit of funds. If we don't have a hydroponic greenhouse installed by then. So let's go ahead and get this thing unloaded here. Or unfolded, I should say. It's going to be kind of in the way until we touch everything up. So we're going to get this all touched up really quick here. We'll take the worker off his job there. And try to clean this up as best we can here. Means probably going around the headland, which is what we should did the first time, but I wanted to get that sold because the price was dropping quickly. Looks like probably have to go around the headland twice in most of these areas here. That's typical though, honestly. Especially when there's fences and other things in the way, trees, among other things. So we got a lot of work to do in this field, gang. This could be a pretty decent sized time lapse, but let's get this thing done. I'm gonna get everything touched up here first. We'll go around the headland, and we'll probably hit this side twice just to make sure that the trees don't get in the way for the worker. And then when all of that's done, hopefully our silage bales will be ready to sell, and we can sell those, and we can see what price we're going to get for those and how much money we have, right? And then the next episode, like I said, there's a lot of things that are going to be ready to harvest, so we should make a good chunk of change. As long as those are things that are good to sell. If not, since we have some money now and we kind of know the plan forward, we'll probably just keep those in the silo, buy that little grass field over there, and we can work on that, and then re-drill, obviously, one of those fields. More than likely, the field in the far back, since that little tiny field we bought is ready to go for being drilled, because we harvested it today, if that makes sense. So we'll get this done, gang, and I'll be back with you guys when we're all said and done. All right, gang, we got some of the rolling going. We can let the worker finish the rest of it. You guys know how much I despise rolling. I have put in a petrol tank for us. We can buy petrol here and diesel and be able to fill our implements with it. So we went ahead and filled the case up, even though the case still had about half a tank of diesel in it. We just went ahead and filled it up. When that's done, when the worker's done rolling that one's desperately going to need fuel, so we'll go ahead and fuel that up as well. But I feel like that's a pretty good investment for the farm there, having that fuel tank right there at the front. So these are not ready yet, it still seems. Well, some of it is. 97%. They're not all there, but they're getting very, very close. So by the time that rolling is done, they will be there. They will be ready. So there's a lot of rolling still left to do here for the worker. You guys know I despise rolling, so you got to see some of the rolling that I did there, so that's a miracle in itself right there that you got to see any of that. But that is a good roller, though. That's one of the best rollers in the game, I think, personally. Rolling is just so slow. I just don't like it. So I think what we'll do here, I was expecting actually to run out of time today, but that didn't happen. So we may speed up time here a little bit just to make sure we get all these bales done. Because this one was not there, so there's probably a few other ones. So let's do a quick save here. And we'll speed time up, even though I don't love doing that. I've mentioned that many times, but we'll speed it up a little bit just to try to get that bale ready to sell. %, nearly there. I would expect once that one's done, they're all going to be done. No, I don't want the oilseed thing. I want my silage stuff to be done. I would think they're all ready to go now. So let's go ahead and drop back down to 3. Let's sell these things. Let's see what we end up with. Unload bales. Here we go. Unload bales here. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. $90,000 from those bales. Bales is where it's at, man. Bales is where it's at. Alright, so with that, gang, we will leave the episode there. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free, helps me a ton. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas? Let me know down below. And until next time, I will see you all in the next episode.